How much meat should you give up to help save the planet? Well, cutting around $2 kebabs worth from your diet every week should make a difference. That's what experts have recommended as part of new measures to make sure the UK reaches its net zero target. Net zero means the greenhouse gases going into the atmosphere are balanced by what's being removed. The Climate Change Committee says the nation needs to cut its greenhouse gas emissions by 87% by 2040, with a third of changes happening in the home. They don't make the policies, but here's what they suggest should be done by 2040 to make a difference. For starters, people will need to eat 25% less meat than they did in 2019 and reduce their dairy consumption by 20%. The committee also calls on restaurants and supermarkets to replace small amounts of meat and dairy with plant-based alternatives. That holiday you've been planning might have to go on hold. The committee suggests introducing a frequent flyer levy, so the more you travel, the more you're taxed. Tickets could get more expensive too. They say the cost of cutting pollution from the sector needs to be reflected in the price of flights. By 2050, a return ticket to Alicante could go up by £150 and a round trip to New York up by £300. And when you're not jetting off, they recommend people hop on buses, trains, and cycle to get around. And phasing out petrol and diesel vehicles be made a priority. 3/4 of cars and vans on the road will have to be electric by 2040. They say electric cars are cheaper to run and maintain, and the switch will also improve local air quality. You might also see some changes to your home over the next decade. Around half of houses will need to be heated using an electric heat pump. People don't have to rush to install new heating systems until their gas boilers pack in, but the UK should aim to get heat pumps in around 1.5 million homes by 2035. Households will also be able to make a difference by recycling more and switching to more efficient appliances, such as swapping out their gas cookers for an electric induction hob. Ultimately, UK households need to make a lot of changes to ensure we aren't adding greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. A lot of the recommendations require support from the government, who says it's considering the advice. Energy Secretary Ed Miliband has said the government wants to embrace the clean energy transition and to make changes in a way that grows our economy and makes working people better off. So what do you think needs to be done to reach the climate targets?